Okay, we're gonna do a trade recap. I'm fighting this lighting right now, but I could give a shit right now. So we're gonna go through why I didn't trade today. So first things first, we had a shit ton of news today. We had PMI and JOLTS at 10 a.m., which, in my opinion, like I've said before, is a cuck time. So right in the middle of the macro, which kind of sucks. But we're gonna go through here and show why this was good. So why this was an A plus setup. So first, didn't even think about London session. As you can see, it looks like about 7 or 8 people maybe traded during London session. I've never seen London session shit the bed that bad before, so I didn't even go based off London session. There's two draws of liquidity. We had this, we had Asia session highs, and then we had these highs that are kind of like in between New York session and Asia session. So I guess like pre-market Asia session. I don't know what to consider that. Anyways, we swept these out, right? This was really good. We had a couple other confluences as well. We had this bearish order block right here. We had this bearish order block and then this bearish order block as well. So two kind of overlapping. Kind of was more concerned about this top one, however, though. But either way, or you could consider it as a breaker block. Either way, there's something there, right? There's a breaker block or a whatever you call it, bearish order block. So something's there, right? So this is a super high confluence trade for me, and especially on the 1 minute. So if we scale out on the 1 minute, we had this initial rip down, which was right after market open. So market open right here. This candle, we ripped down, and then that's what I like to see because we had a market structure shift. So we had a prominent low. I mean, you could consider anywhere here prominent low. So we had this low. We got a complete candle closure below it. We got a retracement back up. And even here, which would have been good, is we are within equilibrium. If I can remember where this thing's at. So if we go to swing low to swing high up here, we are within equilibrium, even after the break and structure to the downside. So we get the break and structure to the downside right here. We get that a very strong candle closure actually right here, and then price just ripped down. So the only reason I didn't enter it was because that was literally 4 minutes before news came out, and I did not want to get into a trade 4 minutes before high impact news came out. And I didn't want to feel like kind of constricted within the trade, right? I wanted to just kind of be good with it, and I would have hit take profit. And I took another short. We had a retracement back up with an equilibrium up here, and you know, whatever, it was fucking demo trade, and give a shit. But yeah, I mean, this would have been a bomb trade. I would have definitely wasn't really not like prepared for it. Like, oh, I didn't have any draws of liquidity marked out. The bottom of this order block would have been good. But again, that is like a bomb trade. I would not have looked that far down for sure. Probably would have targeted a little bit more than a 1 to 2 RR on that, though, for sure. But again, it shows that my strategy works, right? You know, that's the good takeaway today is I followed my trading plan, which is you don't trade during high impact news. That is within the macro. And two, my trading strategy worked, which was the liquidity sweep to the upside within order block in that direction. So a bearish order block, we had price tap in, we had price go in, we had a retracement back down here, we got a market structure shift, so we create lower lows right here, we retest back up in this area, and then we get another closure below this 5 minute fair value gap. You could even mark this one too here, but again, that wouldn't have waited for a break in structure. This probably would have been the most optimal entry for sure. I think with me would have definitely been right on this candle closure right here. Would have been a absolute bomb ass entry, and you would have hit take profit in 3 minutes. So you would have caught a lot in 3 minutes. This would have been a huge trade for me on the evaluation account, but it didn't happen, so that's fine. And I didn't lose any money either. I made like 1,500, 1,400 on the demo, on this demo account. So I mean, it's whatever. But again, you could have hit an absolute fucking home run today on Nasdaq if you were trading it, but again, I didn't because of news. So that's pretty much it for the day. Really quick trade recap, but all my confluences hit. It was just there was news. There was no news. Would have hit a bomb trade today. So it is what it is.